Hello, 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 everybody. I'm not expecting anyone to be in or come in because my notifications are not going to be great because I have been off for a week. I've been poorly, so I haven't really been doing anything apart from sleeping and sleeping and sleeping. My throat is still not 100% there right now, but it's 100% better than it was. But I sort of looked um online when I came back. I just sort of had a little nosy about of what was going on. Hey Patty, welcome. So I've avoided everything. Hey Lynn's welcome. I've been so poorly. I literally thought I had COVID. I'm such a hypochondriac. I swear to God. I was like, my throat is sore, my head hurts, my body aches. I was such a hypochondriac. I swear to God. But I came back last night and just sort of had a little nosy around, just sort of finding out what's going on, what have I missed, etc. And my goodness, this scares me, and I'm not even gonna lie. It I find it so scary that, and it's not even that it's one side or the other, because at this point, I think all sides are equally doing shit to each other. But this community is so fucking toxic. Where What are we even a community of right now? Like what are we, what community are we? Like what because we're not teen mom community anymore. We're not like talking about, hey Nav, we're not talking about like Real Housewives, Love After Lockup. What community actually are we? Because at some point somebody is going to have blood on their fucking hands, and talking about somebody's like SA, talking about somebody's RAPE, talking about, somebody's DV, talking about racism. And this is just this this community now is no longer a community of anything but absolutely toxic people wanting to hurt and go real life. I can't even just stand the thought of it right now. It's just so much. I we Somebody is going to end up pushing somebody too far, and they are going to do something that's irreversible, and that scares me. That scares me, absolutely scares me. And I honestly don't think that it's, oh well, it's this side or it's that side or it's that side. There's so many more working parts of this whole shit show that we have going on right now. But I'm not going to lie, this absolutely terrifies me, that there's going to be somebody that's going to be pushed over the limit, and that really scares me. And I think we need to consider more how, we see, very, even for content creators, okay, you might feel, these content creators, like we're online, we put our life out there for somewhat, and in reality, it's not, you don't know what's going on in the background. Just the same as, I call it a Facebook family. You're not going to put on Facebook all the bad things that are going on in your life right now. Do you know what I mean? You're going to tell people the good things that are going on in your life. You're not going to, go online and go, I'm having a really hard time of it right now. I'm I'm feeling really low. Or you're not going to betray that. You're going to betray anger. You're going to betray happiness, or you're going to betray just, yeah, everything's fine. Do you know what I'm saying? It's so much more than what you see of any of these creators, or even subs for that matter. Subs as well don't want and not going to want to come in and go, oh my God, my life is just such falling apart right now. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like we need to realize and take some accountability that this has gone too far. If you don't like someone, don't fucking watch them. Simple, block them. You don't have to see them in chats. You don't have to see them anywhere. Just block them. But I honestly think I'm actually starting to believe, I think it was Amzi said one time that a lot of this is LARPing. And I never knew what it was. And I looked it up and I'm actually believing that that's what it is at the moment. People are doing these things for clicks and views, for super chats, for all of these other things, and not realizing there's real people behind these people that they're going after. Everyone betrays everything. It's nuts. I don't know who to trust. They turn on you and drop on a dime if anyone's loyal to anyone. A lot of people have disappointed me. Cool, seeing the chat pop up, Lindsay. It's crazy to me. I'm like, exactly. It's been so hard for me to watch all of this. It breaks my heart. Same. I haven't caught up. I'm not going to lie. I haven't caught up at all. And I was completely, I couldn't even watch more than what I did watch, if I'm honest with you. It was just too much. And it scares me. It scares me that, and I always think about it like this, like if that was my kid having that, or if that was my kid doing that to somebody in the schoolyard, you would have something to say about it, And I always try and like think a bit like that. Even though we're grown ass adults, sometimes we forget that and we behave like freaking toddlers. But we also got to think about is if you had a daughter or a son and they were getting abused or getting constant daily digs, having live streams done about them, would you feel okay with your kids having that? Would you just be like, oh, well, they just got to deal with it. They put their life on YouTube. Joe, they are threatening people with guns. You hate someone that much. A gun? What the fuck? Oh my God. I never got to that point, thank God. The only thing I was to do is just try and stay kind and quiet and subscribe. It's so sad. It's out of control and gone low, and I didn't think possible. Welcome, Cham Cham. I'm surprised that it's gone to the degree that it has. I'm not gonna lie. I spoke to some other people and they're not surprised. I am just, I don't even know what this community is anymore. Like what is this community? Like it used to be the Teen Mom community. It used to be the anti-Katie Joy community. It used to be, shit we watched on TV, or what is it? What is our community nowadays? Because all I'm seeing right now is this back and forth. One person will do one thing, and then the other one will up their game and take it that one step further, and then up their game and do it one step further. And it's going so deep into real life that's scary to me. And we're going to have we're going to literally get up one day and hear that one of these main players has done the unthinkable. Like, honestly, it's out of control. And like I said before, I'm not on anyone's side. I don't rightfully care. Like, I'm not friends with any of them. But I never ever want to be or see somebody who's being attacked that they end up hurting themselves. I never want that, and I'd never want that on my conscience. Like, I can be the biggest bitch. We all know that. We all know that I can, I can do things. I can be bitchy. I can, say nasty things. We're all fully aware of that. But is it really worth it? Like, is it? Thanks, Linz. I don't think anyone is beyond redemption, but the individuals need to decide for themselves on what they want to do. Yeah. It's just sad to me. It is honestly, I I I do not understand. I'm never gonna be able to understand. Like, I don't like my shit being brought up, you know? I don't like it, and I'm sure other people don't like it either. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with somebody's using somebody's RAPE or someone's child A to for clicks and views, or racism. And I think I spoke about this the other day. At some point, if people keep using racism, it becomes like a numb point, because they're just like, oh, well, you use that for everything. And when it's real racism, everyone's just going to think, yeah, well, they use that for everything. Do you know what I mean? And that just hurts my feelings, because there is racism out there. There is real shit like that people are being treated unfairly because of the color of their skin. And using it as just like a little dig or a little tool is not okay. I don't know, guys. I just think we really need to be more considerate of what goes on in somebody's head. Mental health is at its worst right now. Do you know that? Like, actually at its worst. In something like 80 years, more people have died from committing suicide than anything else. The numbers are just so beyond. And it's because of this. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, people are mean now. It's so bad. But like, our suicide rates right now are so bad, like incredibly bad. It's crazy. I cannot or will not ever want anyone to ever be in that place that they think that they have no one and their only out is to do something like that. That's the final big end to a little problem. And it shouldn't be like, oh, well, if they get offline, that's it. Because it doesn't. I haven't been online. I still get dragged into it. I haven't been online for over a week. You're right, Joe. We are all becoming numb to the horrible things because there's so much of it. Exactly. I just don't understand it. And it's really sad. It breaks my heart. Because it shouldn't be like that, It shouldn't be a case of, oh, well, it doesn't matter because they're just so and so. But what if that so and so gets offline? And just because if somebody's like online shouting and screaming and swearing and threatening, don't mean they don't get offline and cry because of all the shit that they're taking. Do you know what I mean? That you can't judge a book by its cover. You can't judge like what somebody's like offline. Somebody could be online on a channel shouting, screaming, I'm gonna F you up, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And for all we know, they get offline and they're crying because they just can't do this anymore. But they want to betray something different, and they want to betray that it's not getting to them. They want to betray that fuck them, like, do you know what I mean? And it's just, you can't carry on like that in life. It just, we really need to take a long, bloody hard think about what we're doing with our lives. And a lot of us are fucking older, like, some of these people are like, I don't think there's anybody that's in their sort of early 20s. The minimum is sort of late 20s, 30s, and then there's a few like me and Patty that are, a bit older. But other than that, it's just too much. Joe, I got offline and crying. It's not even about me. I hear you, Patty. I do it all the time. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Do racist, too racist. Yeah. Remember when that woman was nearly hit me with the car nav? Do you remember that? And she told, like, because I like smashed my hands on the car bonnet, and she told the police I said I called her the P word. Do you remember? And I was like, really? Funny that, because my husband and kids are from Pakistan. Do you really think I would use that word? Dumbass. She was like, but it's used in the wrong way. Like, less, get used, abuse that one that's, that racist. Let's try and get them that they're not that anymore. Let's try and educate them that using those N words and P words and crack a bitch and all this, let's try and educate. Let's not, sit and condemn them. Let's teach them that things can be better. You know what I mean? I'm old enough to be your mother. This is how everyone talks, the P word and the S word, and I'm going to go down on the L. Like, the P word here is actually more prevalent than the N word. Like, a lot of racism comes for the Asian community here more than the African American community. It is, or I feel it is. I don't know. I guess because I was in that community, I suppose I see it more. You're only, what, 3 years older than me? I know. I'll be 44 soon. I can't believe, like, I'm coming up to 44. I had a bit of abuse at me yesterday. I just ignored them. Oh my God, where and what did they say? I think the people who are behaving the worst are those who are hurting the most, but hard to give them grace. I kind of agree with that. And I think a lot of people got stuff going on in their personal lives. And some people, and it is the old saying, isn't it? Hurt people hurt people. And I know that firsthand because I've done that personally. I'll be 39 on December 28th. Nav's birthday is the day after Christmas. Just waffling shit at Tesco. Oh my God. It's just crazy. That's the thing. Like, I think in America, it's more, the racism is more towards the Black community, where here it's not so much to the Black community. It's more the Asian community, and everyone's the P word. It's like, oh my God, they're not even like from Pakistan. They're from freaking India. Like, you can tell that they're from India. 54 on Boxing Day. Yeah, you're 10 years older than me. 10 years. It's just crazy to me. He is amazing. I had to actually like try and figure out my birthday the other day. I couldn't remember how old I would be in November. I was like, how old am I going to be in November? I was like, dang. Nav is awesome. Nav's a fucking saint. I'm to deal with my ass. My God. He's a saint. And that was during my crazy years as well. He had to deal with me. I'm way fucking calmer now than I used to be. He had to deal with me through my absolute crazy years. That's crazy. Dealing with me through my 20s. Lindsay, Joe, and I are Scorpio. Yeah, we're Scorpios. He put up with you, with Joe. He did. You went crazy. How rude. I'm calm. I'm way calmer now. You had to deal with the crazy years. I'm like nice and chilled now. or a lot more calm. Anyway, I went to my friend's house, right? Do any of you girls, sorry, never going to be girly a minute, use those eye things for under your eyes to help with the bags and the black and stuff? Well, I'm trying them. And then I'm using this like apricot scrub to try and help with my skin, because you're probably all going to think I'm gross, but I I don't and never have used soap on my face. I've never used anything other than water on my face. I just never have. But like with age, I don't mind like the crow's legs and the wrinkles. That doesn't bother me. But the black is in my eyes again so bad. It's so bad. But Capricorns are the only side that get along with any other side. You fought hard and earn your calmness. Yes. Patty, I was way, way crazier. But I think I was a nicer, crazier back then. I wouldn't like it would take a lot to wind me up. Like, don't mess with my kids, don't mess with my family, don't mess with my brother, don't mess with my husband. And I was way crazier. Like, if somebody said something to my children, if somebody said something to Nab's two kids when they were little, I would lose my shit, especially if it was a racist thing, because that would absolutely tip me over the edge. Like, do not, like, no, no, ma'am, do not say it. I remember, I think Adam was about, I think he was about 8, maybe 9, and he had stayed up our friend's house, our best friend's house, with their daughter Natasha. And he came home and I could tell there was something wrong with him. And I was like, what's the matter? Nothing, nothing, nothing. He just would not tell me. And I was like, what's wrong? What happened at Auntie Nikki's house? Nothing, nothing, nothing. He was not letting me. He was just not telling me. And sort of later on that evening, I sort of went into his bedroom and was like, you're going to tell me now? And he was like, the woman over the road said that she does, was it? Oh, it was something along the lines, and I'm going to say the word because it was so disgusting to say to an 8-year-old. And she turned around and she said, it was something along the lines of, oh, for F's sake, oh, we got to deal with this fucking packies up here now. Oh my God, my heart sank. I said, did you tell Auntie Nikki? And she said, no. He said, no, but Natasha did. And I said, what did Auntie Nikki say? She said she went over there and Auntie Nikki wasn't happy, but we wasn't allowed to watch. I was like, yeah, probably not the best to watch Auntie Nikki go off on one. But I was like, a grown-ass woman literally calling. And he was literally only about 8 or 9 then. He could have even been like 7. He was little, like, you know, he was little. And she literally straight up to his face and said, oh, for fuck's sake, now we have to deal with packies around here. I was, oh my God. All I can say is a good job I wasn't there, because I would have rammed that word so far down her throat. Nope. 9. He was 9. I wanted to go up there. I wanted to go up there so badly. Like, I wanted to go and ram that freaking word down her throat so bad. But he knew that he didn't want to tell me because he knew that I'd go off on one. I was furious. I was so furious because, like, say it to me, I don't give a shit. Say it to Nav, I don't give a shit. He's an adult. He can take it. He'll just ignore you. He'll probably laugh at you. But to say it to a fucking 9-year-old, like, are you fucking crazy? Like, what's wrong with you? And do you know what the funny thing was, though, and really pissed me off even more, is this woman went and got freaking fake tan every single day. Like, she was freaking browner than my son. Like, are you kidding me? So you're happy to call my son that name, but you want to be his color. Make it make sense, you fucking dumbass. Honestly, I was so bad. I wanted to ram that fucking word down her throat so badly. But I think Nikki dealt with it quite well. because Nikki don't tolerate racism either. It doesn't work for me. Oh, people say things about me being a Jew. I don't care. Go for it. Laugh. That's Nav. That is. He laughs. But when it comes to like our kids, mm-mm. And I used to say to him when he was like little, and I'd say to Alina as well, like, oh, if somebody said something about the color of their skin, I'm like, they're just jealous. They're just jealous. Like, look, they go to the sunbeds and they go in sunbathing. They just want to be your color. They're just jealous. And if they weren't saying something about the color of your skin, they'd be saying something about that you've got big ears or a big nose or weird fingers or weird toes. There's going to be nasty people and they're going to say nasty things. Like, honestly, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's just like, no. I just don't tolerate that kind of thing. Like, and certainly not to freaking my kids. That doesn't work for me. I will lose my shit. But it's probably a good job he told me when he was home. Odd ears. Yeah, right. I understand you talk about someone's children. I get it for sure. For literally. Like, I don't care. Like, call Nav what you want. He'll just laugh at you. Like, he won't even give a shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it would literally, he would laugh and just be, yeah, okay, I was freaking born here, you idiot. Some of his friends call him a Tafistani because taffy is like a Welsh word. It means Welsh, like he's a taffy, he's Welsh. And they add the Stani on. So instead of like a Pakistani, they'll add Tafistani, which is really funny. That makes me laugh. People care about people's toes. Yeah, Tafistani. That's literally what his friends call him, Tafistani, because he's Welsh and Pakistani. Tafistani. He's quite funny. That's cute, Tafistani. It is cute. It is cute. They've called him that for years. Like, Tafistani is really funny. It's so cute. Because like a taffy is like a Welsh thing, and then like the Stani is from Pakistan. It's really funny. I can't believe I've been out for a week. So what else have been going on in the community? I don't even want to call it a community anymore because everyone's just lost their dang minds. Tafistani. That still makes me giggle. Like, Tafistani. How's your belly? It's the swelling's gone down, which is absolutely fantastic. The food thing I'm still struggling with. I'm still trying to find what is not hurting it. At the moment, I'm living off Imodium, which is not good. That's not good for you to live off Imodium. But I'm trying. I gotta try. But I think I'm gonna end up having it taken out if I'm not. If to be honest with you, I think that's where they're going to end up going with it. I think they're just going to end up, I'm taking it out. But I think I'm going to wait until I get my blood results back. And if I am going into menopause, I'm just going to ask for a full hysterectomy and they can take the gallbladder while they're there, right? Do it all in one big surgery because I'd rather not I've had so many surgeries over the years. I can't even count how many surgeries I've had over the years. It's a lot. So for me, I think I'd rather wait until I get the results back than if I'm going into menopause, then I can have it all done in one foul swoop kind of thing. They can do the gallbladder, do a full hysterectomy, and I can just be done there. Do you know what I mean? That's what I think. You have to come out before it explodes. Not good. It's always dragging your feet, honey. I know. The gallbladder's not my fault for dragging my feet. That's actually not me. At the moment, our numbers are quite high, and they're just only doing emergency surgeries at the minute here. So I'm guessing down where you are too now, but they just doing emergencies. So I'm just sort of, that's not me. The blood test to see whether I'm going to menopause, that's me. I've dragged my feet for about 4 weeks, if not longer. Yeah, they're only doing, yeah. I was supposed to have a repeat CT scan in 2 weeks, but that's not going to work. There's no way. It's taking ages. So I don't know. That's. Well, a friend of mine, she was her hip replacement got cancelled like 4 days before she was due to go in, and she's ending up having to pay privately and get it done. That's an emergency explosion of a gallbladder. They'll wait for it to get to that point, though. They won't like take you in until it gets to that point, which is horrific. But I'm just trying to watch what I eat, and like I know that, you know, vegetables, I love vegetables, so I'm lucky there. I love salad, so I'm lucky there. Chicken seems to be okay for me. I'm not, as long as it's not fried or anything like that, obviously, but I never cook fried chicken, so it's not a huge deal. I think it is like, I want some rice. I need some of your mum's rice, Nab. Send it to me in a freaking next day overnighter, because I need some of your mum's rice. That would make me feel better. I just need to try and like find foods that are not gonna affect my belly. But my God. Yeah, but that's not me dragging my feet. The blood tests and stuff to see whether I'm going into menopause, that is 100% me dragging my feet. 100%. I'll take that. But the gallbladder, that's not me dragging my feet. Gallbladder is cuter. It is cuter. I'd rather call it that. Yeah, no, that's not me dragging my feet. But the other thing is. The other thing is definitely me dragging my feet. I don't know, guys. I've thought about it. I'm definitely gonna go and do some stuff around here. You're too young for menopause. I'm not though, Nav. Mum went into menopause early. And what you've got to take into account as well is all my IVF drugs and all like trying to conceive drugs and stuff I've took actually brings menopause early. And my body's effed up anyway. Do you know what I mean? So it's hard then, but I think I am going through menopause, I'm not gonna lie. That's probably why I'm kind of like doing the whole like, meh, I'll do it. I'll go and have a blood test when I can be asked. I might go early too because of my body thinking it's over 65 could happen to me too. Yeah, must be in your family. Well, Mum had the menopause, which then she had the cancer. So she had the full hysterectomy from that. But I'm definitely going to ask, just because of like, look how over the years, you know, how many times have I been in hospital because of my stomach? It's a lot, you know, because of my tube hurting or, you know, miscarriages, or do you know what I mean? There's just so many. I'm going to work, but I will listen in the car. Joe Fixes Community. I wish I could, girl. I swear. Have a good day in work, though, Patty. I love you. I wish I could. I wish we could get back to just like not go in real life and not try to hurt people's real life. I really do. Because it does, I do worry. And I know that I worry about stupid things, and I get it, but I do worry. Yeah, definitely have a wonderful day, my petty. It's just crazy. I'm off to stuff my face later. What are you having? If you tell me rice from your mum, I'm gonna absolutely kill you. Are you having your mum's rice? I've got a really, really like grumpy face on now. If you tell me you're having that. What are you having? Tell me what you're having. Otherwise I'm gonna spit the dummy. Poor Jen has all this on her on this every day after. How did you guess? I hate you. Get out. You're blocked. Get out of my channel. I was literally just talking about your mum's rice to Carl, saying that I used to take just a little pot when I worked in B&Q, and then everyone was like, oh, what are you eating? What are you eating? What are you eating? And everybody else wanted it and ended up having it. I feel so sad for Jen. I'm going to feel just the same as I do for Amzi. I feel sorry for anybody who loses a mum. Like Nav knows how close I was to my mum, and losing my mum hit me super hard. And I'm still not over it, you know? I'm still grieving the process of trying to come to terms with the shut up, dickhead. I'm only joking. Okay, have a nice evening, Nav. Um, just just coming to terms with it and losing your mother, and whether you were close or not. By thanks, Slingsy. You mean thanks, Nabby Wabby. It's Amzi that's cheering up Jen. I, See, I'm not completely convinced of that. Like, I know that your issues with Amzi, and I understand that. I'm just not completely convinced it's all one person doing it. I'm just not. I'm not saying that Amzi's probably not mad at Jen and having a dig at her and a go at her. I 100% would probably believe that. And vice versa, Jen having digs at Amzi. I believe that. What I don't believe, and in this community, I think everyone sort of puts it on that one person, and it's kind of hard then to be like, you can't blame everything that everyone else is doing on Amzi, or you can't blame everything that's happening to Amzi on Jen, or you can, blame everything that's happening to Real on Siwa, or vice versa. Do you know what I mean? You can't. You can't blame everything on that one person. That one person is just one person. It's not like you can sit there. Let's not call names. Let's stick to Amzi Lens. Let's not call names because there's no need to go low. I just don't think we can blame one person. I don't. Am I saying that Jen's not involved with bits that Amzi's dealing with? No. Am I saying that Amzi's not involved with bits that Jen's dealing with? Absolutely not. And the same with everybody else in this community. What I am saying, though, is that I think it's super unfair to blame Amzi for all of Jen's issues, or blame Jen for all of Amzi's issues, or blame you, for example, Linz, for all of Amzi's issues. There's so many more working parts to it. Does that make sense? Like, there's so many more working parts to it. I don't want to blame the one, like, and I think it's always creators that get the blame. And I think a lot of it is subs, not you guys, but there are a few subs that will, lurk about and go back and forth and say, oh, well, did you hear Joe said this, or did you hear Joe said that, or did you hear Amzi said that, or did you hear Jen said that? And then winding the creator up enough to do a live about it because they're pissed off and they're already got that little like, do you know what I mean? I just don't want to. I'm not going to get into the name calling, that's for sure. And I understand you're mad, and that's fine. You can be mad. I get it. Just the same, Amzi's mad at you, and I don't like, that she shouldn't be calling you names either. But I just don't think we can just literally say one person and it's one person's fault. I think there's a lot of moving parts. And I think a lot of people, I know I have in the past, I've been wound up by people coming, like telling me bits and pieces and not given the full details of what actually went on. And I'm too lazy to go and look. I should have, instead of just taking words for what was said, um, I should have said, wait, let me go and look. Making fun of a disabled person, a lot of people online are disabled physically, mentally, it's disgusting. That's where I draw the line. I agree. I don't like things like that. You know how I feel about that. I'm disabled, so you know how I feel about that. And the same as the RA thing, the DV, the RAPE. I just, things like that shouldn't be used against anybody. Like, they shouldn't. But I've seen something the other day, like it was a name and it was something derogatory towards Amzi's mum. And I'm like, I don't like that. There's absolutely no need to bring someone who's deceased into it. And then, like, I've seen other ones then of like Jen's stuff and Jen's mum being brought into it. And I'm like, why? Why do we need to punish people that badly? I don't understand. Because I'm damn sure Amzi's not over it by now. It's not been that long since her mum's gone. It's not even a year. The first year of losing my mum, I was a fucking wreck. Like, I told you all this before. I didn't get out of bed for months on end. I barely got up. I barely brushed my teeth. I barely had a shower. I barely had enough energy to even drink and eat. It was that bad. And whether you're close to your mum or not close to your mum, I'm pretty sure it still has that impact. And I'm sure Jen is absolutely suffering now, 100%. I messaged Jen, and I've spoken to her, because all this other bullshit doesn't matter. Anything that happens in the past with me and Jen does not matter. It really doesn't. Like, it does not matter. What matters is this woman who I was friends with for quite a while and spoke to daily on the phone is hurting. And I'm going to be that person, and I'm going to message her and reach out to her, which I did. Are we messaging every day? Of course not, no. But I did message her and she did reply, and I spoke to her once on the phone. I'm not going to not reach out to somebody when they're hurting. And the same as I did with Amzi. When I heard, the first thing I did was message her and reach out to her and, offer my condolences and my prayers and my love. And just losing somebody is just so horrific. That's what I said the second her mum was going bad. We talked and said sorry for everything. I'm there for her. I get it, like 100. Like, it just, for me, there's only a few people that I would never talk to again, and it really wouldn't matter what was going on. I would probably, like, there's certain people in the community that I will never give that second, third, fourth, fifth chance to. If something terrible happened in their life, I would send condolences via somebody else, because I wouldn't personally want to talk to them or even get into any sort of communications. But I would still, like, do you know what I mean? Still send my condolences, if that makes sense. I was there for Amzi too, about her mum. I was there 24/7. I think it was just such a shock for her losing her mum. I don't think she was ready, and I think that's, and I don't know whether you're going to agree with this or anyone. I'm sure I'm going to have some comments about this in the comment section, but I found it so much easier knowing that my mum was going to go. I I'm not sure I would cope if it was sudden, like not having that time to do those special things, to get those memories, to get those pictures, to to do recordings and remembering what her voice sounds like. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I just can't imagine not like leaving the house and coming back and your mum not being breathing and not being there, not having that chance to say those things. And I can only have empathy for anyone who's dealt with that. I can't, I can't, I can't even comprehend it. I don't want to say I was lucky because that's not the right word, but I'm glad that we had that time, those last few weeks, like that last 12 weeks, to make some amazing memories. I understand what you're saying. Jen has the time. Amzi didn't. You're right. Yeah, and that's got to be weighing on her. And I don't really want to talk about anybody in particular because it's unfair. They're not here. Do you know what I mean? They're not here to say, like, to defend, not to defend themselves, because I'm not saying anything bad, but they're not here. So I don't really want to talk about anybody in specific, but I'm just saying that we just need to have that little bit more empathy. I couldn't imagine going through that, not being able to say those goodbyes, not having, the day my mum passed, her sisters was here, all of her kids was here, a couple of her grandkids was here, a close friend had just left, so there was so much more. Do you know what I'm saying? Switch topic. Yep, let's do that. So I just don't know what this, I think the community thing, let's go back to that a minute because that's bothering me a lot. Cindy was talking about it. I didn't catch her this Sunday because I was sick, but I know the previous Sunday she was talking about it, that this actually happened, and JJ knows about it. So maybe I'm gonna have to message JJ and find out all the details. But somebody, I'm not sure whether it's in this community or in their community. I don't know whether it's the anti-Katie community, but somebody did take their life, and if we're not careful, we're going to wake up one morning and it's going to be a case of, oh my God, they're not here anymore. You know what I mean? And some of these people, never mind, like they're hating on each other right now, but I also know that there is some real deep hurt between them. And I know that deep down they actually do care. I don't know. It's kind of hard, I suppose. It's hard to explain. I suppose it's like the Britas and Amzi thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like Britas and Amzi, they could be the worst enemy or the best of friends. They can say and do the most evil, nasty stuff to each other. Anyone else does it to each other, that's it. You're on for it. Like, it's that kind of thing what I'm trying to explain. Hey, my selfie queen, how are you? I love you. I've missed you. I'm sorry I've not messaged or anything. I'm being very well. I apologize. I'm so sorry. And I missed your last Sunday's live. I did watch it, however, I just missed the live because I was sick. Oh yeah, it's something that took a life. It already happened. Yes. Like I just said, last Sunday, not this Sunday gone, last Sunday, Cindy was talking about it and saying about it. And it's scary. It's so fucking scary. I hate the fact that anybody's in that depth of depression that they don't know where to turn and they don't know who their friends are. I'm super lucky. I can turn the phone off and I've still got my husband. I still got my daughter. I still got my close friends here. I still got my super close friends online that I talk to all the time. And they, I don't want to say online friends because it's not that. It's more than online friends. We don't talk about online crap. We talk about real life. So, my circle is very small. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with my circle being small because I really don't want to be in this mess. I really don't. How are you feeling, my little selfie queen? Hi, Jennifer P. How are you? I'm sorry I sound really raw. My throat is still bad. Oh, you're welcome, my love. I love you. You're such a special person, Cindy. I don't think you actually realize how amazingly special you are, my girl. I really don't. I don't think you quite realize what an amazing friend you are, what an amazing mommy you are, what an amazing person you are. I honestly don't think you realize how much of an amazing person you are and how much you support everybody. And people need to remember how much you do support everybody and how much of an amazing freaking person you are. How are you, Jennifer P? I'm upset that Tyra keeps up her BS with me. That's pissing me off. Like, seriously, Tyra, shut the fuck up. Like, okay, just shut the fuck up. She had nothing to do. Let me just get this straight, right? Let me just get this straight because this pissing me off, right? I forgot about this, right? She had nothing to do with that fucking fundraiser. That was all on me. So if you've got anything to say about it, say it to me or about me. Do a fucking live about me. I don't fucking care. She had no part in that. She wasn't even in the live. She didn't even realize I was going live at that particular moment about it. And who cares? Who cares? Why do you care? Mind your fucking business, okay? Stay in your fucking lane and mind your fucking business. She said she's going live to address me. I don't care what she thinks, but speaking about my situation is wrong. She's fucking, I'm going to lose my temper. I don't lose my temper very often, but I'm going to lose my temper. There's absolutely no reason. If you've got something to say about that, speak to me or Real Entertainment because he did the same. So speak about us. Why are you speaking about it? She didn't even freaking do it. Jennifer P, I swear to God, I have the messages to prove it. I approached Cindy. She didn't approach me. I approached her. I swear to God on my child's life. She did not approach me. I approached her. Like, I approached her. I went to Cindy and said, please let me help you. Let's do something. And we were going to do an Amazon wish list with food. That was our plan. But I don't know. We couldn't figure it out. Okay. We just couldn't. We're both blonde. She might not be blonde, but we're going to call her blonde anyway. Okay. Like, we could not figure out how to do it. It wouldn't let us do the food thing. It would let us do it through the Alexa, but it wouldn't let us do it through like to have a link. And that was so annoying. And I was just like, what the heck? Like, I said, well, girl, we're just gonna have to do like PayPal. That's just, it's gonna be, and I trust, and with everything I believe and everything I stand for, that I know 100% that Cindy used that for the intention that it was meant for. And I will stake my dang life on it. Wasn't Thierry a friend, Joe? I haven't spoken to her or about her in the longest time, not used. Joe, you are wonderful for helping Cindy. Thank you, Jennifer. She's wonderful for bloody just being her. And that's what annoys me. Like, she helps. Like, Cindy is there in everyone's chat, sending you like so much love and support in you. One time it was just me and Cindy in a chat, in my chat. I would have had nobody to talk to. Like, she's just there, and she'll try 100% to be in my lives and come. But when I did that live, she wasn't even in there. She was poorly. Like, she couldn't hardly even talk. Like, I swear to God, she couldn't hardly talk. I have the voice recordings to prove it. Like, I have the voice recordings to prove it. She she could hardly talk. It sounded like she had tonsillitis or something. And if Kira wants to go after anybody, she should come after me because I'm the one that did it. I'm the one that approached Cindy about it. Cindy had no fucking idea. That was all on me. So you want to like do a little hate streams? I'm the girl for you. Bring it. Because right now I'm fucking annoyed. You've been off my radar because quite frankly, I don't really give a shit what you got to say. But doing this is not okay. I swear I found it by Tara from you. Oh yeah, you did. You did. Oh yes, yes, yes. I wasn't saying that. Sorry, not used. She would come in my channel all the time. And a couple of weeks, oh, it's a couple of months ago, actually, it wasn't a couple of weeks ago. A couple of months ago, she did something and said something, and I'm like, I want no part of that. I want no part of it. Like, I don't want to be associated with anybody that was saying those kind of words. It was very racist words, and I wasn't happy. And I removed her from mod on my channel and just sort of ignored her, I suppose you can say. It sounds bad, but it's true. Um I didn't go to her lives. I just kind of pushed her to one side. It wasn't my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it really wasn't. But I really do not want to be associated with somebody like that. I don't. And the things that she says, I'm like, why? What is she achieving? In reality, right? What is she achieving by going after Cindy? Like what? To shame her? Have you never been in a place? Because I'm damn sure if you say that you haven't, girl, your time's coming. I've been in a bad place that I've like not had anything. I'm lucky that I stockpile. So I'm very thankful that I do stockpile. So when I'm like absolutely skinned, like Carl didn't have work, you all know he didn't have work for a year. That took a huge toll on us. We've all been in a position that we've had absolutely fuck all, and we've needed our friends and family to rally around us. Yeah, I was sick. I just don't get why she has issue with me being in need. Ignore her, Cindy. Like, honestly, if it wasn't you, it'd be somebody else. But I think if she's got a problem with that, she needs to come to me and speak to me because it was me that did it. I came to you and we did try and do the food on the wish list and we couldn't do it. We tried. It's not as if we didn't try and just went, well, fuck it, don't matter. We'll just do that. Do you know? No. We tried everything to do it as a wish list because we were both like, yeah, it'll be better. It'll be easier. But we couldn't do it. And we tried. What do you want? What else do you want from us? We tried our best to do that and we couldn't do it. So I'm sorry. But if you don't like that, you're putting your cash app up. Isn't that just the same? And when you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I just don't want to do this anymore. I'm feeling so sad and all of this. But your cash app is going across the, isn't that the same, Tira? Because that is the same. It's exactly the same. And yes, we all do it. I'm not disputing that. We all do it. But you can't, don't be a hypocrite. Cindy was sick. She was having trouble breathing. Exactly that. She was so sick. She was trying to do voice to me in Messenger. And honest to God, love her, I shouldn't laugh. But I was like, oh my God, Cindy, you sound so bad. Bless you. I was like, oh my God. Cindy is the one that did the GoFundMe. We didn't do a GoFundMe. We just did a little drive. Like I just put her what they call PayPal. Sorry, I'm losing my mind. Her PayPal up, and we just said, don't send super chats because I would struggle to get them to her, and we wanted it to be quite immediate, so we were trying not to do that. And a couple of people donated. Is it that big a fucking deal? Like, is it really that big a deal? Joe will always fight for what's right and people in need. 100%. I know what it's like. I've been in that position, and I'm lucky or not lucky, as the case may be. I don't have children. So it is, if we got nothing, it's just me and my husband. Do you know what I mean? But my God, she just made a birthday wish list, laughed my ass up, but had a problem with me. That's just crazy. I'm sorry, but no. No. You lost your mind a long time ago. I know. Just things like this just piss me off. Like, why? Why have you got such an issue? What is it that pissed you off so much that Cindy got a couple of pounds and you didn't, or a couple of dollars, sorry, and you didn't? You put in your freaking Cash App, PayPal, and all that across the screen and asking for donations and asking for super chats. It's exactly the fucking same. I can't talk. I'm doing it right now. My thing's going across and it's going, okay, this is a different thing because I'm doing it for my sissy, but it's the same principle. I'm still asking for donations to help towards my sissy's Christmas. Like, it's no different. Everyone does it. Am I sat here asking freaking for a new freaking car for Cindy? No. Like, my God. Make it make sense. Absolutely. Make it make sense. My God. It's crazy. I can't. Like, do you know what I mean? I can't. I can't understand it. Why does it bother anybody that somebody got a couple of extra quid? Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't. Like, I've made a couple of quid for my sister for Christmas, and I am fucking ecstatic. Like, I couldn't be happier. You know, it's not a fucking huge amount, but that little bit will help towards a Christmas shop. And I'm freaking ecstatic about it. I'm like, oh my God, that's so sweet of everybody to help. Like, my God, you have the right to do whatever you want to do, and you are not a hypocrite. Exactly. Just don't, nobody should care. Exactly. Who cares what somebody else got? Exactly that. Like, it's like me going, well, Jennifer, what have you got in your bank account? I'd like to know what you got in your bank account. Like, you'd be like, Joe, fuck off. Do you know what I mean? Or me saying, so Jennifer, how much is your house worth? Or how much is that handbag that you got, Jennifer? Nobody acts like that in real life. Like, my God. Does anyone else call their sister sissies? I always call my sister sissy. I know a lot of people like, what? Sorry, I think it's a UK thing. I call my sister sissy. I call my sissy sissy. I call my sister sissy all the time. Cindy, we love you and we know what's right and wrong. And honestly, don't let her upset you. You know what you done. You know your heart. You know you've done nothing wrong. I done nothing wrong. And we can hold our heads up high and be okay with that. We did nothing wrong, and I'm not going to be sorry for doing that. Nope. Are you American? Yes, she's American, not used. But, like, Tira, move on. Like, seriously, move on, because I'm losing my temper and I'm not feeling great and I've got a really short fuse. Move on, girlfriend. Leave her alone. Stop being a bully. Stop bullying someone in their hour of fucking need. Enough. I am I can't say that. Puerto Rican? Is am I saying that right? From New York. I'm a Puerto Rican from New York. I think I said that right. Sorry. Nope, not sorry. I'm not sorry. And neither should Cindy be sorry. Cindy did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. And I'm going to hold my head up. And if she's got a problem with that, then okay, bring it to me. But don't bring it to Cindy, because that'll just piss me off. I don't get agitated many times nowadays, but that will piss me off. My God, why do you care? I'm clearly gonna just like start asking everybody what they're worth and like what they got in their bank accounts, because you know clearly everyone cares about what the fuck everyone else is doing with their buddies. My God. So I went to the shop today, right? And I like spent some money. I mean, I'm going to tell you all about it. I'm going to tell you exactly like down to the penny what I spend, just so that you're all aware, okay? Jesus Christ. Like, shut the fuck up. No, you were amazing. Thank you, Linz. It's just irritating. If she's got a problem with that, she needs to bring it to me, because it was my doing, not you. So there we are. You got a problem with it, bring it to me. I'll go head to head, because I know I did fuck all wrong, and neither did Cindy. And Cindy more so did fuck all wrong than I did. And I'm not apologizing for fuck all. Okay? Not apologizing for fuck all. Let's have a drink. My voice is going again. There's my little bitch. Hey, babe. Hey, my lovely. I can't stay clean in the house. I answer from everyone except you and a couple more. I stay the fuck off this mess. I don't blame you, girl. I hear you. I hear you. Like, I'm not involved in anything, but I will stand up against Tira, because that pisses me off. I'm sorry, but it does. Like, don't go after somebody like that in their fucking, what, because they had help in their time of need. Shut the fuck up. How disgusting of a bully are you? I don't play that game. Like, no. That just pisses me off. We've all been in that. And I know Amy Lou will literally 100% say the same. Every single one of us have been in that. And I know Lindsay the same. Every single one of us has been in that position that we've had fuck all and asked. Like, my one friend here, like, God love her, she's fucking amazing. Like, she'll message me pretty much like every other day. Are you okay for money, Joe? Are you okay for money? Because she is so freaking amazing. She's always making sure that I'm okay. Do you know what I mean? I want to start saying that. Fuck all. Yep. Literally. Don't apologize for fuck all. We did nothing wrong, Send. You especially did nothing wrong, and I did fuck all wrong, and I'm not fucking apologizing for shit. But if she's got an issue with what I did, bring it to me. Or do a live about it. I don't give a fuck. Fuck it. Talking about me, they're giving some fucker else a break. I'm done being fucking nice. It's just dumb. Like, everyone has been in that position, and everyone has been in that predicament. My God, like, I refuse to apologize. I'm not apologizing. We didn't do anything. So if Tira wants to be a bully and carry on bullying somebody, then that's on her. Some people don't have family or anyone to help them, and why can't friends help friends? Exactly. And she's always there. Like, Cindy is always helping everybody. I swear to God, if this girl was a millionaire, she would be like giving, she wouldn't be a millionaire for long. This girl would be giving everything out. Like, I swear to God, that's the kind of person she is. She won the lottery tomorrow, it would be, oh, but I want to help so-and-so, and I want to help so-and-so, and I want to help so-and-so. That girl's money would be gone in fucking a year. I guarantee it. I would be like, get a fucking legal team. You need a legal team. You're spending too much money. I'd be freaking the fuck out, because I know what she's like. She would be wanting to help everybody out. I can guarantee. Like, honest to God, that's the type of person she is. She would be like, I want to help her. I want to help her. Oh my God, she needs money because she needs this and she needs that. It literally would be. Give me a number. Literally, I can literally show you on my phone. There is messages. She'll say, "Good morning, Joe. Everything okay? Do you need anything? Do you need money? Are you okay for money? Love ya." And I have that message all the time. I would be broke quick. I'm telling you. I told you. Because she would be wanting to help everybody. I know this person. Like, Cindy is one of those. If she was freaking won the lottery and she was loaded, people would go to her. She would be giving it all out. I'm telling you, she would. I just, I just know the type of person she is. It's just crazy. I feel you, Cindy. I help everybody but myself. Yeah, it is. She is that person. Like, honestly. She's she'd win the lottery and be broke within a year. She'd be helping everybody. It's awesome. She's just that way. And there'd be me shouting at her, "Get a manager to help you with this money. You're gonna be broke." And you know I would be. I'd be like, "Stop, stop spending money." How's Jack Joe? Oh, he's not good. Mm-mm. He's fast asleep at the moment at the end of the bed. We've moved his big bed. He's got like a big memory foam bed, so it's in with us. And he's got like three dressing gowns, blankies, pillows, all just to make him more comfortable. His lumps is quite bad, but he seems okay. He seems happy. So I'm not doing anything. We're not doing no more vets visits. I'm done with that. Bye, Cindy. I love you. I will DM you when I get back. Love you. Okay, baby. I love you. I'll speak to you later. Yeah. So we're not doing any more vets visits. We're done with that. We're just gonna let him just enjoy his last few weeks, months, whatever. Do you know what I mean? I literally thought it was going to be soon the other week because he was so sick, but he'll go when he's ready. And right now he's fine-ish within himself, and he doesn't seem to be in any pain. So whilst he's still like enjoying going for his walk. He'll still bounce down the like a hallway to have chicken or something. I'm just not going to put him through any more vet visits. And I'm sure there'll be people that will disagree with me and be like, you should take him to the vets and all of this. But he gets very anxious at the vets. He doesn't like the vets. He poops himself at the vets. He does not like it. Like, he's so anxious. So I'm not going to put more stress on my puppy or my dog as I need to. I, I, I don't feel like I want to, and I'm not going to. So I would just rather not, for me personally. I'm just, oh, excuse me, I just burped. So I'm just going to leave him go. I agree. Joe, just let him ride. Daisy just turned 15. Vets take all your money for nothing. It's not so much the money side of it, although I agree, it's bloody expensive. We would find the money like we always do, but why? For what? Like, he's 14. He's got lumps all over him, so we know it's cancer. The doctor or the vet pretty much said the same. And I'm not going to be putting him through that anxiety, and he gets separation anxiety as it is, and I'm not going to put him through that. I'm not going to put him through going to the vets to be mauled and this and that. For what? Like, I'd be keeping him alive for me, and that's not fair. Do you know what I mean? And I will never ever do that for him. I'm never gonna make him stay alive in pain just for my selfish needs. And it would be for my selfish needs. So I'm just going to let him go when he's ready to go. He'll go in his sleep, hopefully, and he'll be peaceful. And we got medicine for him to help with his pain. So, we do that every night, and he seems to be quite settled at night with that. But I'm not going to keep him. I'm not going to keep him alive just for my benefit. That's not fair. We watched Carl's dog growing up. They kept him alive just for their own selfish needs. And I swore that day I would never, ever do that to him. But while he's still happy and content and he's not in pain, I'm just going to let him enjoy life. Like, he's having a lot more different foods now that I wouldn't give him before. I'm like, you want a bit of mashed potato? Fine, have a bit of mashed potato. You want a little bit of toast? Fine, have a little bit of toast. Normally, I don't give him many carbs because he's only a small dog. But if he wants a little bit of mashed potato and gravy, I'm giving him some mashed potato and gravy. And I don't care what anybody says. He's dying, he's an old boy, and I'm giving him what he freaking wants. I'm so sorry I did that with my mum's dog, and I should have put him down here earlier, but I was selfish because my mum and dad, and I didn't want to let him go. It's not selfish, Jennifer. Honestly, I get it, and I only felt like that after we watched Carl's parents do it to Carl's family dog. And I swore after that I would never ever do that, because like Stormy was in so much pain at the end. Nothing was helping. He could hardly walk, and it was just horrific to watch. So I get it. I do, honestly, because it's hard. It's hard watching your dog that you've loved from like day one for like 15, 16, 12, whatever years, mashed potato and gravy, chicken wraps. He's good. His favorite thing, do you know what his favorite thing is, though? You're going to all laugh at this. The other day I was making a salad for myself, and he was moaning at me, like, because obviously I wouldn't give him any. So as I was cutting a red pepper up, I give him a bit of tomato first. Nope, he didn't want that. Give him a bit of cucumber. Nope, he didn't want that. I was like, what do you want? So I give him a bit of red pepper. Yep, that's what he wanted. He was crying at me for red pepper. I was like, you are unbelievable, dog. 15, this is so hard. I don't want to watch this. I know it's heartbreaking. It really, like, the other week, it's on my Facebook. The other week, I was literally sat in the hallway and I was sobbing. I was crying. It was when he was really sick, and I did take him to the vets then, just because I was hoping that it would be something that they could fix. And they did. I'm going to be honest, it was a bit of a throat infection, which caused a bit of a lung infection, but we had antibiotics, we had some pain medicine, and he is better in that aspect. But his lumps and bumps are just pretty bad. But it's just sucky that a dog don't last like that long, because this is going to sound really weird and you're all going to think that I'm crazy, but my dog have been through everything with me. He's been through all my miscarriages. He's been through all of me trying to conceive. He's been through IVF treatment with me. He's been through Clomid, and he's been through all my surgeries. And like, this dog, when I'm not very well, he is up my butt. Even now, like I've told you, I haven't been on for a week because I've been sick. He'll normally sleep in his bed. He loves his cushy bed. It's like freaking 5 times too big for him. It's massive. It's freaking huge. But for the last couple of days, he'll come right down the side of my bed and couch up right on the floor by the side of me. If he knows I'm sick, he won't move. If I go to the toilet, he comes to the toilet following me. And that's even when he's poorly, And it just, oh my God, I can't even. Like, the day he goes, I'm going to break, and I know I am. It's going to be just awful. Yeah, but I'm just giving him anything now. And I don't care what anybody says. Like, I really don't. People want to bitch about me giving him mashed potato. Oh, well, bitch away. I don't care. He's he's sick, and if that gives him a little bit of joy, having some mashed potato or some chicken or garlic or peppers, I don't really give a shit what you've got to say, people. Like, I really don't. I did a special prayer for Jack Joe. Thank you, Linz. I appreciate that. Like, I really do. Like, I'm gonna be heartbroken. I really am. It's just, I hate it. I hate the thought of like us losing our animals. Because like most people, like their animals are their babies. You know, they're their fur babies. They're, it just sucks. Me too. I'm gonna lose my mind. It is exactly. Buddy went through the loss of my daughter, my mother. So I was sobbing hysterically when we put her down. He went limp in my arms. I wish I didn't insist on holding him. Yeah. Oh, Jennifer, man, I'm sorry. Me and Carl spoke about that as well, Jennifer, and I said, like, I couldn't be as strong as you. I know I couldn't. I can't do it. And I said that if it comes to that point that we need to assist him in that, I can't go. That's going to be Carl's going to have to do that. But you are so strong doing that. I know I couldn't. It's crazy though. Like, I'm I'm a fucking trained palliative nurse. Like, well, I'm not licensed anymore, but my job for the best part of a freaking decade was a palliative nurse. Like, I deal with people dying. That was my job. Like, palliative care is like end of life care. And yet I couldn't. So you're way stronger than me, Jennifer. Some there are our only babies. Exactly, Linz. Yeah, 100%. He is like my baby. Like, he is. He is. We say mummy and daddy. Like, I'm gonna come with mommy. Where's daddy? And like we will talk to him like he's a baby, like he's a toddler. Like, he's so bad. Like, people laugh at us. But I'm like, no, I don't care. He's my baby. I had to do it myself, for my Blaze killed me, but I did it for her. I'm not sure I could. Like, you and Jennifer, fair play to you both. Me and Carl have spoken about it, and he's going to have to do it because I can't. I'm hoping that it doesn't. Like, I really don't. But oh my God, I was in LBN, but not in palliative care. Yeah. It's a hard, we were talking about this with the girls this morning, and like palliative care, and the LPN as well. It's a hard job on your heart, because you take it home with you. I remember, I can still remember things from my days, but there was always two things that I'd always was kind of stuck with me, and it was, nobody deserves to die alone. And I remember I've worked sometimes 38, 48 hours making sure that nobody would die on their own, and nobody should die in pain. And I had the drugs in my bag or in my cabinet that I could help that. And that was super important to me. And the same when my mum passed, I would make sure that she wasn't in pain. I put his ashes in. Oh my God, that's a good idea. Oh, I love that. Oh my God, Jennifer, that's amazing. I love that idea. I would have never thought of that. That's an amazing idea. I love that. That is a great idea. I absolutely love that idea. That is an amazing idea. Does that make you feel like better, Jennifer? Because I think that would make me feel better. Sorry, you can hear me slurping, guys. I apologize. Because that I think that would make me feel better, like putting his ashes in with my mum or something. I think I like that idea. You're kind of giving me ideas here, girl. That is an amazing idea. I really like that idea. That's pretty cool. Yeah, like my mum is with my dog again. Yeah, I love that idea. A tattoo makes it better, I swear. Like there's somebody up here that puts you can add the ashes in the ink and have a tattoo. And I've got my mum's heart rate. Obviously, when she had like an echocardiogram, an EKG kind of thing. I got that, and I was contemplating having that like down my forearm, but having her ashes in there and just having the date she died and stuff on there. But the bloke up here actually adds the ashes, which I think is freaking cool as poo. When my daughter's, oh my god, I can't remember, it's Pomeranian mix died. I put his ashes in my daughter's in. Oh, Jennifer, you've had so much heartache, girl. I can't even. Like, how'd you get, like, I can't. You've had so much heartache. Do you realize how, like, strong you are? That's a great idea. Isn't it a great idea to have the ashes? I couldn't believe it when like I messaged him and I asked him and he was like, "Yep, we do it quite often." And I just looked down my forearm, I've been like the heart, like the printout of like an echocardiogram. I thought it was really cute. That's something I might think about as like a Christmas gift to myself. Because I think it might be cute and it might make me feel better. So I don't feel like I'm over it. And I think somebody, it might have been on one of these like groups that I'm in, and they said it takes a long time for a daughter to recover from the loss of a parent, from a mum, because like the mum and daughters have that bond. And I'm like, absolutely, that's something I feel like my brothers are doing so much better than I am at getting on with life than than my mum than I am, I suppose. That's amazing that they can use the ashes in a tattoo. I have my daughter's signature tattooed on my arm. Oh my God, that's amazing. That's a good idea as well. I have birthday cards, and my mum had such a unique way of writing. And I could have that, I suppose, you know what I mean? Like, love mum, what she'd write on a birthday card. But yeah, isn't that cool? Like, it is only a tiny, tiny bit. Oh, sorry. Let me just get a drink. Sorry. Sorry, I'm slurping. I apologize. My voice keeps going. They only put like a tiny bit of the ashes in there, but just the thought of some of my mum's ashes in a tattoo is just freaking amazing. I'm sorry, Joe. I was a mummy's girl and it's still hard. I still struggle and I wish I didn't. I wish that I was able to like move on and I I know, sorry. I know everyone hates it when Katie Joy does it. I'm sorry. But I need to drink. Like I can't even deal. I need to drink so bad. I'm like, I'm terrible. It's so bad. I'm sorry. I know everyone hates freaking drinking online, but I gotta drink. I can't not drink. It does me. I'm gonna put a link in a minute. I know Lindsay have seen it, but Jennifer, I think that I want to show you something. Oops. Oh my God, I keep burping. I'm so sorry, people. I'm so disgusting. A friend of mine did this for me. When we finish this, go and watch it. It's on my page, but it's like super, super down. And a friend of mine put it all into one video for me. It's so freaking cute. I love it. And it's something that I can like go back to and look on. And if you know somebody that can add sort of stuff together, like I can add things together and do music, but just not as good as this. I will admit I can't do it as good as this. But if you wanted something like that, I'm willing to try. And it won't be as good. I'm going to put that straight out there now. But I could definitely try for you. Grief counselling. My brother does grief counselling. Gotta show Jack's room. Oh, Jack's room is freaking crazy right now. We had to empty all the car in there, so everything from the car. And to be honest, he's not really in his room right now. He's in with us because of him not feeling. And I don't want to lock him in his bedroom. Normally, like before at night time, he'd be locked in his bedroom. But I don't really want to lock him in his bedroom right now when he's feeling so poorly, because I think I would like kill me if he died in the night and he died in there and not in here with us. So that would kind of hurt my feelings. So he's stuck in here with mummy and daddy. Did you hear that? The dog's car. What? You hear that? The dog's car. Thank you. Yes, counselling helps because of people in groups are going through the same thing. Yeah, I'm in a group on Facebook. It's like what's it called? It's something like friends and family, or caregivers or something like that of cancer. So it's like people like myself that lost parents via like cancer, and do you know what I mean? It's quite, and I do find that there's some, I found a few as well. I mean, I'm not going to say which names because, you know, trolls will go in there and just troll me about my mum and stuff, and they do that enough as it is. But it's really helpful just knowing other people think like you do. Your dog has a cat. Joe, your dog has a cat. My dog has freaking everything. Jesus Christ. My dog has a freaking Alexa. My dog has a huge bed, a cage, a sofa. He has everything. He's got more toys than a damn toddler. Joe, get into the grief counselling, please. I've asked to be put on the list. I have asked actually not so long ago, so but I did ask. I think for me, like, and this is good, I don't know whether anybody's going to understand this, but when anything happens to me, like a death in the family or like something really bad, I tend to revert back to feeling the pain that I did when I went through the adoption. And I know this is going to sound absolutely so bizarre to people that I sort of revert back to it. And it's super hard for me not to, I think, because that was like the worst pain I'd ever felt. And I always sort of went back to that pain that I felt going through the adoption at like 15. And with my mum, I did the same, but the pain was so raw for my mum. Going back as well was just, it wasn't a good idea. I couldn't get, I'm not even lying. I think I barely showered. I barely brushed my teeth for probably a good 2-3 months, and I struggled after that, and I didn't sort of get out of that rut for a good 5 months, even maybe a little longer. I don't remember. I've been telling Joe for years. Yeah, I know. No, I have asked. I've literally asked to be put on the list. But I wanted it in person because I struggle on the phone with my stutter. I know you all know I got a stutter, and I'm fine like this because I don't have to look at anybody. But if my anxiety is really bad, my stutter then is really bad. And that's where like Lynn's will help me with words. You'll see me stuttering sometimes, Jennifer P, or I can enunciate a word or something like that, and then Lindsay will either inbox me what how to say it, like phonetically, or she'll just do it in little bits so that I can read the little bits, because otherwise I stutter. Like police, wife, life, saying that name, I have to do it that way, because if I try and say it all in one, I fall over my words and I stutter. It's bad. And it doesn't so bother me so much as the stutter. It does bother other people, though. I know it bothers other people, and I get it. It can be annoying having people stuttering at you. Thank you, Liz. It was only a couple of weeks ago I asked him. Like, I literally, like, enunciation. I think it was about 3-4 weeks ago, I think. I asked to be put on the list, and they're going to do it face to face with me, which is going to be great. I think it's going to be way better face to face than over the phone. I think that's going to be more for me face to face, or even Zoom or something like that. But over the telephone is not going to be good for me, because I'm going to stutter too much and trip over my words. But yeah. It does help. I think that's better for you, Joe. Agree face to face. Yeah, for sure. That's what I said to the doctor, because she was like, I know you wasn't ready last time we spoke, and because I was Carl was on the phone and I was sort of speaking in the background, if that makes sense. And she was like, and Dr. Nader was like, Joe, do you want to try now? And I was like, I don't want to do it on the phone now. And she was like, that's fine. You don't have to do it on the phone. We can do it face to face. And I was like, okay, I'll do it if we can do face to face, as long as I don't have to do it on the phone. And she was like, no, I told you before, you don't have to do it on the phone. And I was like, oh, yeah. I have MS, so my speech is sometimes slurred and broken up, and I can't think of words to use. That's me. Jennifer P, that's me. Like earlier, it was last night actually, I was trying to ask Carl to help me take my plates out and watch Jack eat while I washed up. And I couldn't get the words out that I was trying to say, and then it was just coming out all like gibber jabber. So I get you. Face to face would be the best for sure. I know me, and I think I would ignore the call. I really do. I think that I would say, yeah, I'll do it. And then when the call came, I would 100% ignore it. Because I'm good at ignoring everything. Like when I'm feeling super anxious, my depression is really bad, I will ignore the world. Like I won't look at my messages, I won't reply to people. And I know that people get frustrated with me about that, but I can't do it. I can't. It just, everything about it gives me anxiety. And I get it, I do. I know it can be frustrating for others, but I have to do what I have to do to get through the day. I was doing so well of not picking my fingers, and now again I'm picking my damn fingers, and it's just like, oh my God, really? You were doing so well. And it's so frustrating as well, because I've got really beautiful fingernails, which is so frustrating. Like I've got some really nice long fingernails that can be like, should go and have them like painted and be pretty like I used to, but I don't know, girls. I need to get my head straight. I need to find Joe again. Like that's what I need. I need to find Joe again. And she's lost, and I need to find her again. That's what I need. Let me show you my nail. I'll try and put it in there. Like I have some, like, my nails are like super pretty. Like I got really nice long nails. I'm getting off too. It's like 20 to 9 here. I haven't even eaten yet. I'm tired. As you can tell, my voice is going. And I appreciate you couple coming in and chatting with me. I really appreciate it. I'm going to end it on like, guys, just try and be a little bit aware of other people's mental states. Nobody wants to have blood on their hands. Nobody wants to push anybody over. And it doesn't matter whether you think this person is like super strong because they're online gobbing off or whether they're crying. You just don't know what's going on in their real lives. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to end it there. I appreciate everyone coming. Jennifer P, thank you for coming and talking. I really, really appreciate it. I've loved having that chat with you. You've been really sweet, and thank you, Lindsay, for coming and not used. I really appreciate you all. I really do. It's been super, super sweet that you've come to join me, even though I'm boring and I don't really get into drama. I'm boring here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go and eat. I'm going to go and eat some rolls, I think, going with some soup, some soupy soup. So I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And I will see you soon. Hopefully I'll be on in a couple of days and we can catch up and have another chat. And I shall speak to you all soon. Oh my God, go and eat. Have a wonderful night. Thank you, ladies. Bye now. You're not boring. It's real world topics. Thank you, Linz. I appreciate you all. Bye, guys.